chat? Get this music off before we get this takedown. How is everybody doing? We are back. I got an agenda here. I'm really wanting to get high. Let me see if there's anything here I even got to get to, because the first thing I really want to go through is the glass marketplace, but I kind of want to be high for that. So yeah, chat, I'm just going to jump into taking a dab. I don't really have any major updates. 3D XL chamber now comes standard on every Peak Pro for 420 bucks. The 3D XL new price is 120. The new Peak is out. It's been out. It's selling fast. I can honestly tell you that, like, we planned for success of this product and it's going very well. The downside of it going very well is if you're hyped on the new Peak, you should be able to get one. It shouldn't be the hardest thing in the world. But the longer you wait, like, again, I know there will come a moment where it'll just be fully open wherever you want when you'll get one. But I would say for the next few months, if you're planning on going into a store with a color in mind, especially, you might walk into a store and they might not have that color. Now, if you hit 2 or 3 stores that day, you're almost guaranteed to find one. But it's popular, it's buzzing. I'm just putting it out there just in case you want one or you wanted it by a certain date. Don't wait until just before, because it is very hyped right now. All right, speaking of which, let me pull out, man, I kind of want to hit, I actually want to start with the proxy, man. I haven't had one on the table in a minute. And you guys already know, like, proxy is my love. What are we starting with? I was gonna say, is that all the hash I have? I thought I had more. Let's just jump in. We haven't really invested in Twitch a bunch yet. Twitch has kind of just been a little bit of an afterthought. I know that we're streaming on there right now. Damn, this shit is... Y'all, look at how crazy this looks. This was fresh press. Look at this. This is in-house melts. Dude, it's like fully crystallized, but I've never really seen much this color. This is almost clear, and it looks that way off camera too. And in-house melts is just really special. That's what I just dug out of there. But all right, let's see how it tastes though. It smells really good. I don't have a strain on this one, unfortunately. But it smells really good, like super earthy. Real icy, man. I mean, that shit is pretty crazy. I wasn't expecting that. Let's go. Haven't hit a peak on stream in a while. Conversation has been peaks. So Cyclops, I haven't smoked Oleum in a while. As far as I know, Oleum is a BHO company. They've been doing diamonds for years, THCA crystals. That's not that. That is fresh press, that crystallized, but it has everything that it originally started with. And it wasn't a forced crystallization. It's just what happened being around me. Worst hash I ever had, bro. Nathan, I remember this. I gotta be careful on how I tell the story. It's getting into a part of my past that, like, I'm either saving for a book one day, not that I think anybody would even care, or I just am gonna keep to myself. But there was a time I was a little bit closer to the plant. I mean, I'm very close to the plant these days, but I don't sell it, right? I don't sell hash or cannabis. Maybe that was not as true at one point in my life. And during that point, hypothetical point in my life, maybe I got a pack that was BHO at the time. BHO is what everybody was using. Some people were smoking melts and stuff. Those were the complete, like, elitist, not even elitist, just people that had access to it. Most of the country didn't have access to good melts. So this pack comes in, bro, this shit is black. I'm not talking about dark. I'm not talking about brown. I am saying black. And it came from somebody I trusted. And I don't think I realized that maybe this person hated me until after our friendship had completely dissolved. but it was the worst. Like, I am not even sure if it was hash. Like, it could have been like, bro, we thought it was like rubber. We're like, is this rubber? It didn't have it. Like, it touched like BHO does. Like, it had all those properties, but it was fucking black. You put it on a nail, which is what I was using at the time, it sizzled and sparked. It smelt like burnt rubber. I don't even know that actually tried it. Like, I think I was a little too afraid to. That was probably the worst hash I had ever seen or tried. And it was weird too. Like, I can't get into the story, but that shit went in the trash, and a homie wasn't happy. And again, one day I might be able to get into the stories. If by the time that day comes, I even remember them. Overall, though, I have seen melts and things I wouldn't smoke throughout my years. I popped up at an event and some people would show me their hash and be like, look, dude, I'm loving this. And it's not even that it was BHO, it was like a really dirty jar. They did not have good stuff and they weren't taking care of it. And then when you look at their chamber, it's kind of reflected as well. For the most part, I try to honor everyone and their attempts at creating good hash. Like, when I go to different countries, some of those countries just don't have the ability, the hash makers in those countries, I should say, don't have the resources and the ability to make stuff like what we have here. And if you know that, you can really appreciate what they're doing, right? You can go and see somebody who made some beautiful air dried hash that isn't the same color that you would smoke out here, but you could tell it's beautiful resin. And so I'm pretty forgiving when, not that I try everything that's in front of me, but I'm pretty forgiving in what people show me. And I am very selective with what I try. Like, a lot of people offer me dabs. I'm 100% of the time say no. Like, no, thank you. I'm not getting high right now. I'll get high later. Appreciate it. If you love it, you could put it in a jar for me. I'll try it later. But yeah, anyways. I don't even know if it was lots of plant material. I mean, poop soup, I feel like nobody who used the term poop soup had actually seen hash that bad. Like, I don't even know if I saw it in memes. I should have taken pictures of it. The pictures would still be floating around the internet if I did. Um, but anyways, that was a long time ago. Yeah, I got a little distracted there. Did I even clean this? Looks like I did. Great. Great, great, great. Let me just check my messages. I got one. My mom is so cute. She's like, don't forget to tell your fans to like your stream. Love you, Mom. Thank you. Guys, please, Jolly Mama is asking you to please like this stream. It helps us keep things moving. Let me take one more dab, and we'll get into it, man. Ooh, bro, this shit. Tricadelics. You guys have heard me rep Tricadelics for years. He is a homie of mine. Granted, I probably haven't seen him in like 10 months. This shit was crazy. Whoopsie. I tried this weekend, and you could just see the terps overflowing. Like, where I took the dab, whoops, is now just a puddle. The nose on this is insane. Oh, so good. It's Rainbow Belts, and is it Laffy Taffy? Rainbow Belts crossed with Gassy Taffy, and he's calling it Rainbow Taffy. I'm pretty sure. I think this is a cross and not a blend. Amazing. Amazing, man. This is so good. Trikey literally never lets down, man. We will jump in to the glass marketplace. I know that there used to be a spot called Green Wolf for the best dispensary nearby. I mean, we should have Kev come on. Kev's not here today, so he'll come on next week and give you guys some recommendations. Green Wolf isn't around anymore. I believe it's a spot called Catalyst now. But I'll let Kev answer that. I don't really go to the dispo a ton. The one that I do go to, they don't have the greatest hash selection. Granted, I'm never buying hash from there. It'd be pretty badass if I was just chugging on a bottle of ISO. It also would be indicative of a severe alcoholism problem, but no, just a big old water. Man. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's see. I mean, you guys could definitely recommend the next artist that you want in the marketplace. We're really just trying to choose. I mean, one, they have to be able to produce a lot of work. I believe that, yeah, shout out to Catalyst, man. They're doing 32% off last Saturday. It's amazing. Um, I forgot what I was saying. I'm a Space Jam employee. Is there a way I can get a ticket to the VIP show? So, Jay, I don't know if I met you before because I met a dude from Space Jams. Just so you know, this is one of the questions that I got for today. It was like, is there any other ways I like to consume outside of inhaling? I mean, as far as I know, I guess there's topicals and edibles as well. I do enjoy edibles. I like getting edible drunk, which is why I call it hardcore giggles, laughing my ass off. Um, I love getting there. The reason I don't even do it every night is because I overeat like crazy on edibles. I cannot control myself, so I try to limit it. Anyways, Space Gems are my favorite edibles. I know a lot of edible makers. I really, Jay, I want to reach out to Wendy. I've been stopping myself from bothering her of like, I kind of need the homie hookup on some 20 milligram ones because I'm just eating a lot of sugar when I eat it. But that is my favorite edible company. They're vegan. They're all naturally made. They use organic ingredients. They use organic hash. It is made with hash, not BHO, not distillate, straight hash. It is my favorite edible company. I ended up getting it as a gift at like Hall of Flowers or something, and I only took it because at the time my girl was vegan. And I was like, all right, cool, I'll gift this to her. I ended up trying it and was blown away. It is the only reason I go to the dispensary is to go and get Space Jams. Shout out to my local dispo. I kind of want to shout them out, but I also don't want people to know that I live not close to there, but close enough to there. Anyways, with VIP, it's kind of all sold out. You could throw me a DM. Please send Wendy my love. Let her know that I came on here and recommended her edibles as my favorite in the country. Like I get some edibles from Ohm Edibles as well. They're really, really good. But Wendy just hits the Space Gems just hit the sweet spot for me. So shout out to her. Shout out to that brand. I really want to reach out to her. And unfortunately, I don't have control over that VIP situation. People paid to get in there. They got in early. So like it's kind of out of my hands. But please, Jay, let Wendy know. I hope somebody recorded this or like, actually, this is going to go up afterwards. So just tell her to join the stream. What is this? About 13 minutes into stream? Tell her to check it out because I endorse it everywhere I go. I have no idea how much this water costed Erewhon. I'm guessing like this bottle itself was probably $6 or something unreasonable. I do love their water. It's that Live Oasis page really fucked me up. It's the only thing I get from Erewhon. All right, y'all. Let's do this. I'm gonna hit this, and then I'm gonna hit web. Let's check this out, y'all. We had a marketplace drop today. This is our biggest one ever. Let me just see if I have any notes here. This screen, cool. Doesn't affect anything else. So sick. We have, this is the glass marketplace. We have 11 artists. 3 of them have already sold out. This has been up for sale for just today. Damn, I got a homie call me, but I am on stream, dog. We sold out of 3 artists have already sold out today. A lot of them are selling fast. I think we got like 20 plus pieces from each person. So like it's taking quite a bit to sell out. We got the Ryan Fit Recycler adorned with some nickel plating from Ryan. That's $650. So he's customizing his production piece. I got one of these of the Jeff made. Me and Kev make a joke every time and just be like, my name is Jeff. I got this. I use it at home. I really enjoy this piece. When Kevin first got his of this joint right here, I was pretty jealous, man. I got another one from him that's a different shape and it's beautiful as well. But this one is a banger. I love it. Sarita sold out, man. I mean, beautiful piece. I love her work. My lady is one of these pieces. Whoopsie. Here we go. Um, yeah, absolutely love it. I'm kind of bummed. These sold out, man. And I love Hefe. I have known is it Jeff? I think the homie's name is Jeff. I've known Hefe Glass for a very long time. Like Hefe has made some prep work with like the Puffco name in there going back to 2018. Like this is a dude we really fuck with. I love the shaping here. He's a super talented artist. Um, yeah, 300 bucks easy. Like no brainer. That one sold out. The Reina pieces were the fastest to sell out in the last run. We only got two of them, I think, last time. I don't know how many we got now. It's certainly 20. Um, couldn't be 20. I can't imagine that she was able to do that many. It's $800. It's a really involved piece. It is up there in price. It is absolutely worth it. This is one that she is doing for the proxy. I think previously she had done one for the peak. I love her. I love her work. Avant-garde glass, man. It may not be obvious through this piece. Let me see if I can click it and get more pictures. Yeah, let's go through. There's just two of them here. But if you look right over here, the water goes through the walls. So like you fill this up with water, but it actually rises through the wall. This is a double walled system. It's doing something that I've never seen anyone else do with glass. It's an incredible piece. Avant-garde glass is deeply talented, man. I have a cup from him that does the same thing. You sip through the cup and the walls light up with the water. So if you put like a blue liquid in there, you get it's crazy. You almost have to see it to believe it. I'm gonna have to pull a piece out to show you guys. EF Norris, you've seen his pieces. Slate glass, damn, bro. Slate sold out at $800. That's fucking crazy, man. And again, that price is definitely worth it. These are really hard pieces to make, but at that price point, it went really fast. This to me is the steal. I have a Catfish John proxy piece. I love it. They're amazing. He's made a bunch of them as well. It has this beautiful fume that he put in there himself. It's gorgeous. Um, the Proxy Squat Walk Bubbler, man. Is this one a bubbler? It is. I've seen him do, that's right. I've seen him do these as dries before. Yook is dope. I have multiple Yook glass pieces. I actually bought one from him the year before, I guess last year's 420. I was in New York and I bought one from him in Washington Square Park. He pulled up, opened up his case, had to do it. I love buying glass from artists like that's coming out of a Pelican at a show. His work is immaculate. It's a great piece. You're going to love it. And then the RJ Glass, this is a side shot. I think we probably should have did the front shot, but we're trying to keep things the same. This shit is gorgeous, man. His work is incredible. RJ's been making Puffco tops for a very, very long time. His work is amazing. It's very well done. It's beautifully done. I really fuck with this man. I'm almost glad to see this hasn't sold out yet, because if it doesn't sell out in the next day or so, I might cop one of these for myself. These are the glass artists. So on this page, you can go and click through any of their profiles. Boom. Here's Ryan Fit. Nope, I guess it takes you. Whoopsie, I guess it takes you right to the page. That being said, this is their IG. So you can easily get to the artist page. You can reach out to them yourself and get a custom made. Granted, that is a different process than just ordering from us and us throwing it in the mail for you. And that's it. This is the marketplace drop. It's another great one. Let me get off the screen. But the reason that we do this is we have so many fans that see beautiful glass art and just aren't sure where to get it. And when we tell them, oh, it's made by this glass artist, they'll be like, fuck, so what do? I send them a DM, I ask for it, I send them some money, I wait for them to make it, then they ship it. It's very involved for somebody that saw something on the internet, loves it, and wants to buy it. And so our philosophy with this is, can we make a marketplace for people to just jump on, see the artists that they love, that they've seen around the space, they want to have a piece of, and make it as easy as add to cart, buy now, and it ships and shows up at your door in a very short amount of time. we're really doing this to platform artists. We're doing it to make it easier for people to find what they love. We're doing it out of love for the game, for the heady glass scene. This isn't something that necessarily is a big moneymaker for us or like an approach of we want to be an online retail store. This is not the push for us. This is for us to platform best we can until I hope artists catch up and start putting their work available on their website. You click purchase, it ships immediately. It's not where the space is at today. When it gets there, maybe we won't have to do stuff like this, but for now, you can expect more drops in the future. That's about it on Puffco. Let me just close this out. On the Glass Marketplace. All right. Yeah, thank you for dropping all of the artist stone. I appreciate it. Let me load up another dab. Oh, yeah, thanks. Am I getting text on my phone? I mean, the thing is, like, I have a very regular streaming schedule. To some of my friends, people that know me, don't message me during this time. I'm streaming. Well, your message is going to make it on here, bro. I'm going to let people see. Nobody's saying anything crazy. My mom is sending me a message being like, please ask them to like your stream. I love you and miss you. All right, let's try this Wick Sauce Winery. Which one is this? I know, right? Told to message me on the stream. There was another one I wanted to try, the Wick Sauce. That's the grape gas, but I realized my lady asked me to save her the grape gas. I can take another dab out of here. All right, let's do it. Is the yeah, what our limiteds or seasonals, whatever we're calling them these days, when they're gone, they're gone. Now, like, can you get a flourish out there? I'm certain if you called up enough shops, you would find it. And even if it's not in your state, you know, like there's other shops with IGs in other states that will gladly ship you one. But as far as being available on our website or being readily available in the market, no, they're done. They're done. They're sold out. I get on Reddit, but like not too much, man. Reddit, I feel like is really overall kind of fallen off. Like, just don't feel like it's as good as it once was. But I do open it up on occasion, man. I just don't go in there very much. I get so much incredible content and seeing the comments around that content from TikTok. Reddit just doesn't do it for me. But I do go on there occasionally. If you broke your Flourish glass, you can reach out to warranty with a picture, and they will sell you a replacement. Discord's a totally different beast, man. There was a point where I was on Discord, and I would get on with the fans there, and I would show up to the fucking live chat, and there'd be like a dude sitting there, shirtless, just smoking hash, shirtless. It was fucking weird, man. It got to the point where I was like, y'all, you just turn the camera off if you're gonna be borderline naked on camera with me. I feel a little bit weird doing that. But Discord is interesting, man. I think Discord is all about like the community you foster there. But at the time that I went, it was a fucking scene, man. We hired some of the people from Discord too. I mean, Reddit is what it is. I feel like a lot, there's always a tone to different social media platforms. And I feel like Reddit, it has its own tone of like, I know better. I know better. You don't have to do this. You could do it for this price. But I also see a lot of love on Reddit, man. I don't want to make it seem like it's a bunch of like angry Reddit people judging everything. There's plenty of that throughout the site in general, or the platform in general. But when I pop into like the Puffco subreddit, I see a lot of love, like shocking amounts of love for a subreddit that, you know, typically is there for accountability and less for appreciation. All right, let's see what we got. What else do I have here? I already covered the new peak, comes in Onyx, Sky, and Cloud. Sky is officially back in stock. You guys should not sleep on that. I'll pull that out for my next ones. All right. Yeah, man. I think I'm gonna take a very, very quick break and just blow my nose. And we'll start answering some of the questions from IG. Be right back.
New puffco post just dropped. The 3D XL now comes stocked with Peak Pro.
They should have done that a while ago. What is it now, like $550?
It's the same price.
What?
It's the same price.
That's impossible. Okay, the Peak Pro is $420 and the 3D XL is $125. So the 3D XL is now free?
They just dropped the 3D XL to $100.
Sweet. Still though, better tech right out of the box for a better price? How? That's impossible. Ah! Help me! Help!
Yeah, the forbidden ad. That shit got taken down. We didn't take it down. It got taken down, man. People were so pissed that we dropped the price of the 3D XL and started including it in the Peak Pro. They complained. It got taken down from like a sale of alcohol and tobacco. Nothing with drugs. It was just. I hope it goes back up. Motherfuckers were tight about that, bro. This is crazy. I mean, some of the comments I've gotten is just like, it's crazy, man. I didn't know we were sponsoring Frank's show, but that's a no-brainer. He's the fucking man. We love Frankie boy. All right. Let's see. ASAP P on the boards asks, have I found a good sour diesel concentrate that tastes like home? P, the answer to that is yes and no. I had actually at Astor Club a sour diesel rosin. I forget the name of the company. They're in Southern Oregon. They have a square jar, or they did at the time, and it's a white and blue label. It almost reminds me of the Nature's Lab extracts logo, but it wasn't. I think Alchemy was in their name. I can't remember it. But they had an incredible sour diesel rosin. It came very close to reminding me of home. I just tried this Heritage Hash Co. sour diesel this past weekend. Yo, I polished off that jar in 24 hours. I could not, 80% of it was gone that night. I could not stop chiefing it. Not fucking stop, man. It was amazing. I think there's a story to be told here with sour diesel, so I'm currently not on the hunt, but I'm keeping my eyes peeled. Is there anything that is going to be like what we had 20 years ago? No, that's gone. The idea of a flower that looks the way sour diesel has looked, that has the odor that stinks up a room, that can stink up a building, that's gone. Like, that's gone. What we're left with is some flour and some concentrates that have that sweeter side of sour diesel, and in some hash out there, and I'm gonna probably go on this chase in the future, there is sour diesel that tastes very close to the original. It's just not what it was. There's some that's so good that it does bring me back, that it does give me some nostalgia, but you have to appreciate it for where it's at now, right? It's not the same thing it was before, but it's a very good reminder of what once was. So not there. Let's see. Somebody asked if you can include the names. I'm just gonna say their names as well, Stone. But I went for this one. What is a notable heavy indica strain I've had? Listen, I'm gonna say two things. One, the traditional view of indica and sativa, they don't really exist, right? Everything has been hybridized. I think this is pretty much known. But what's happened is people, instead of saying, do you know of any strains that will knock my ass out, give me a really sleepy, stony, stupid high, very couch locked, not an uppy strain. That's what they mean when they say indica. And so I'm going to answer your question as you wanted it to be answered and not address that indica thing, because that just doesn't make as much sense anymore. One strain comes to mind. I hate that strain, and that is GMO. And I hate it because of how sleepy and dumb and like inebriating it is. I take some hits of GMO, I'm not capable of doing anything required of me for a while. And that's why I really hate GMO. The terps are crazy, the strength is crazy. But that high is not one I feel I can enjoy most times. If it's my last dab before going to bed, that's probably the only acceptable time I will smoke. But if you're asking me for one of those strains, it is GMO. Some people love it about it. It's just not for me, man. In the same way that I like more uppy strains, but those strains can give people severe paranoia. But I don't mind that. Like when I do get that, I'm comfortable talking myself through it. But there are some people that will not smoke a certain strain because it gives them this feeling that is typically described as a sativa. I love those generally. Okay. Oh man, it's this one dude. I don't know how to say his name. Moreau Dantes. Um, this dude asked 30 questions, but he had some good ones, so I'm gonna roll with it. How to tell the difference between 4, 5, and 6-star full melt. I wish admin wasn't on break this week because he could probably link you to some videos that are very old that show you how. Forget 4, 5, or 6 for a moment. I just want you to think about water hash. And when you melt water hash, let's say specifically in a puffco device, you'll find that it leaves behind a bunch of particulate that rosin and BHO does not. Now, the measure of 6-star is how little or how much of that particulate it leaves behind. Now, if it is leaving behind next to nothing, like when you smoke that water hash, the cleanup is almost, it's never truly as good as rosin, but it's almost as good as rosin. It's barely leaving anything behind. That's 6-star. And I'm being pretty forgiving when I say barely. Some people would say, I don't want to see any particulate there. Now, 5.5-star, 5 stars, just a little bit, but it's still amazing. It's still pretty easy to clean up. Once you get to 4-star, you find that you are cleaning up a lot of the bowl. So 6-star is very little particulate left. 5 stars a little more. 4 stars a little more. 3 stars a little more. That's kind of how it works. 6-star is really rare to come across. Most people in a best case scenario are smoking 5-star. And that's just because 6-star doesn't yield a ton. Now, there are some people out there who say that they have 6-star regularly available, and some of those people somehow are in a position where they could do that. I have tried some of that stuff, and I have found that while it was 6-star, it left very little particulate behind. The terps were not very good, the high was not very good, the color was not very good, but it was 6-star. So 6-star is great as a measure of particulate, but it isn't the only defining variable of quality. You can get 6-star that doesn't taste, look, or smell good, but it's still 6-star. That's my take. If somebody here disagrees, if there's a hash maker in here who disagrees, please school me. But that's my take. Ah, there you go. Stone is on it, man. Stone is like, what? Admin, who needs him? Never heard of him. I'm the admin now. That's what Stone is doing right there. Oh, man. Mike Jax, what up, homie? Hope you're doing well. Love the new efforts. I see you on your grind. Only 3 dabs in? I feel like that checks out. We're probably only 3 dabs in. All right, man. Let me... Bro, is everything out of the box? What? Nah, I'm missing hash. Yeah, my portal provisions isn't even here, man. It's because I was smoking it this fucking weekend. All right, it's fine. It's fine. Let's jump in on some Frosties if there's anything left in this fucking jar. I actually can't tell. I'm pretty sure there's some. Yeah, there's a dab in there. This is some Skittles from the Frosties. Oh, yeah. It's hard to even tell because of how liquidy it is. I mean, this is beautiful rosin, man. The Frosties fucking kill it. It's hard to even, like, picture this. I gotta go over, like, that glossy part because this was a cold cure, man. This wasn't fresh press. This is cold cure. To see that level of terps is kind of crazy. I mean, it's just, yeah, look at this. This is just terps. That's not, like, that's a terp layer. It's not really the rosin. Here, just for continuity, here's the rosin. I'm trying to get some of it on here. This is mostly terps. It's probably going to be a harsh hit. Here. This is mostly terps, man. But I'm gonna do my best. Look at that. Just look at it shine. It's a baby dab, too. Ah. All right. I might have hit. I hope I didn't hit the camera with it. I think I just hit the light with it, so that should be fine. Ah. Because this is such a baby, I think I'm gonna put this in the proxy. It's just a little baby. I mean, it's actually not that small, but I'm also gonna put it on green. So when you're smoking, if you get a jar and there's a big terp layer in that jar, it's weird because you're like, oh, well, that's where all the flavor is. This is gonna be the best hit ever. But terps play a trick on you like that. When you have a high concentration of terps in your dab, it kind of closes up your throat and becomes a little bit harsh. So like, let's see what happens here. I'm expecting that, but my way of beating that is I drop the temp severely when something has a really high concentration of terps. And it's mainly just so I get to enjoy it and I don't close up my throat. Perfect. Perfect. My mouth is watering from that. I need to get another jar of this. If admin was here, I'd be like, get the Frosties on the phone. I need more of this. This is amazing. This is some of the best Skittles I've tried this year. This might be the best Skittles I tried this year. Straight up. Like, this is amazing. Shout out to the Frosties, man. I swear I'm not glazing. They're homies of mine, which is why I probably don't promote them as much as I do other brands, because I never want people to feel like, oh, Raj, you just promote your friends. I try to post people that like Portal Provisions. I don't even know if I met him. I might have met him at Jar Check. It might have been his homie who gifted me the jars. And I also like don't love nepotism. I try to not favor people in my life and give them unearned respect. And the Frosties probably suffer from that more than anyone because they make the fucking fire. And I don't feature them that much because they're my homies. But trust me when I say it. I don't know. This jar, this batch of Skittles. Boom, there it is. From the Frosties. This is like their new packaging and stuff. Straight up, this is the best Skittles I tried this year. Especially now that it's done. The fact that it had that high of a concentration of terpenes and wasn't harsh, that's a magical thing to pull off. I mean, big shout out to them. I'm going to actually see them next week as we continue the single source CEO journey, and I'm definitely going to try to secure more. That was amazing. That was fucking amazing. Anyways. I know, if people are like, all you do is promote your friends and the people you hang out with, and I never want it to seem like that's the case, right? Like, the world is bigger than my friend network. I have some of the best hash makers in the world in my friend network, but some of the best hash makers in the world are not my friends. So like, I really try to diversify there, but goddamn, this makes me feel like silly for not featuring them as much as I should. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The only hash maker I know in New York City is Deadass Rosin, and I don't know if that's made in New York City. That might be processed somewhere else. It's a New York City brand that is exclusively sold, at least in the tri-state area, but maybe just specifically in New York. But I don't know if it's actually made there. So if there are some New York hash makers, please put me on, because you just don't see enough of them. Like, I know New York City glass blowers. It's illegal to blow glass in New York City. In Manhattan, you cannot have big propane tanks in a building. I don't know if somebody's been doing it for the past fucking 15 years, 10 years at least. But hash makers, I don't, man. It's kind of crazy. Grow Dopamine, man. Another homie with great questions. Is there a Dominican hashery? They're making that shit there? Put me on, bro. Send me some links. Like, who is their, not to say who's their hash maker, like, where are they getting it from? Who's processing it? It would make me very happy to go to Washington Heights, which I'm assuming because it's Dominican hashery, and that is the largest population of Dominicans outside of DR. I would love to stop by there, man. So, like, if they're really doing it, let me know. Please let me know. Anyways, Grow Dopamine. Do you think legalizing all drugs would cause more harm or good? I fucking love this question because my answer is they should At least decriminalize all drugs. It is insane to me that my money, my tax dollars, never mind that they're being largely used to bomb children overseas. Let's put that to the side for a second, even though it should be the focal point of every conversation we have. Our tax dollars are being used to take people and throw them in jail for using a drug, either using a drug recreationally that can only harm them and no one else, or because they're addicted to it and they need help. In both of those situations, how does it make sense to spend our tax dollars on criminalizing and jailing these people? It's fucking insane. If anything, we should be trying to help them get the help they need if they're addicted. And if they're not addicted, who gives a fuck? And then you walk into, I mean, this was really sold to me by The Wire, the show The Wire. Old heads know it. It's an incredible show. It's really long-winded. I personally would skip season 2. R.I.P. Omar, like that. Goated show. But that was a point made in the show. And in my mind, isn't it way better if the government, what happens to the cartel if the US government allows cocaine to be legal here? I don't think cocaine is good for you. I don't think everybody should be using it. I don't know if it's worse for people than alcohol. I also don't drink alcohol, right? So like, I don't know what's better, but I don't think people should be going to jail for this. It's a really insane thought that in this so-called freest country in the world, you can go to jail for a very, very long time because of our drug laws. And never mind how racist they are in nature. If you look at Reagan and the laws surrounding crack consumption and cocaine consumption, as soon as you got caught with crack, which was more popular in certain demographics, you would go to jail for way longer than if you had coke. The whole thing to me, again, I'm going to fall down a crazy hole here because the whole thing to me is a way to create modern slaves, because the prison industrial complex allows slavery, right? Like 13th Amendment, if you are imprisoned for breaking a US law, you can be prone to slavery. And to me, it just fills up that system with innocent people that in some cases need help and in some cases we're just having a good fucking time. So yeah, if you're not going to legalize all of it, like I can understand the problems with that and the opiate epidemic here in the country, and you can't just make everything available to everyone. I agree with that. But by no means should we be throwing people in fucking jail for a healthcare issue. That's insane. So yeah, legalize it all. At the very least, decriminalize it. Definitely legalize DMT. Fuck are we doing? Another question from Grow Dopamine is, what can the hash community be doing to help the puffco initiative? So like, let's remove ourselves from the puffco initiative. The puffco initiative is the hash agenda, but we're all on the hash agenda. We are a part of it. It is the rules that we live by. We want to popularize hash. We think it is what will make cannabis more popular. We think it's the best experience in the space. And I think one of the best ways to help it is just to spread the good word of hash. Now, if you're looking for what are things we can improve upon, and I don't think that this is a large part of the space, but it's a loud part of the space. And it's gatekeeping. There's people in the space that are going to say, you shouldn't be doing things this way. You should be doing things this way. And notice here, I got asked a question today about an indica. And I didn't go and say like, you fucking idiots. I'm sick of people talking about indica and sativa. I said, hey, this is a context that doesn't make sense anymore. But I'm still gonna hear what you're saying and try to guide you using the words you know. We don't need people that vilify ignorance. We don't need people that see someone consuming a different way than they are and talk shit about them. That does not help the space. Infighting is op work. And as long as we're arguing with each other, we are not compelling people outside of this experience to be open to it. So like, that's my take on what we could do better, but you're already doing it, man. If you love hash and you're putting people onto it and you're showing your homies how to use it and you're destigmatizing the experience, you're already doing it. Just more of that. And if something inside of you makes you want to hate on others or gatekeep or be like fucking BHO instead of educating people on how they can consume better, we need less of that. We need more teachers. We need more leaders. We need less shit talkers and people that weigh each other down while others are trying to grow the space. That would be helpful. But I think no matter what, hash is the future. All right. I want to think of a name for Stone as he's like temporary admin. But yeah, what else you got for me, Stone, while I load up another day? Took some grape gas. I can see that jar anymore. No, no, there's not one there. I'm just so bummed because I pulled out some of my favorites and I fucking left them at home. Fucking idiot. All right. Ooh. You know, I'm not going to compare this, but I do have a Skittles here from Laser Cat Cannabis. I don't want to compare one to the other. I feel a little bad that I said one was best, and now I'm going to try another one. This one smells amazing. I was saving it. I forgot that I was saving it. You could see it's Skittles. Skittles is always going to be a little bit darker, and it tends to run a little bit more liquidy than other strains. You can kind of tell the difference with the other one. I'm very glad I cut my nails. Not perfectly, but I'm very glad I did that. That's what it's looking like. Let's smoke some Z, man. Definitely nice and fluffy. Guess I'm just a proxy boy today. Just trying to get it down. I've not heard of Barry's Bubbles from Oregon, but sounds like it would be fire if he's calling it Barry's Bubbles. I like that. Ooh. Say this all the time. Put this on green, accidentally wanted to put it on red, turned it off, putting it on red right now, and it is fully aware of how the temperature has changed. It's not going to burn my head. It's one of my favorite features of this. Okay. Oh man, Dabin Cabin asks, what was the most special moment you had with Puffco? The biggest moment where you had to be like, damn, we did that. It's going to be a smaller moment, but let me think about it. That was amazing, by the way. Super tasty. Laser Cat Cannabis. Amazing Skittles. Amazing, 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 amazing. Absolutely love it. I'm not going to say which one was better, but this was really fucking good. Really fucking good. So it's interesting with these moments. One thing that I found is that, unfortunately, maybe I just don't appreciate enough things. But I think over time you get jaded. How many times can you win before winning is normal? How many celebrities or people that you're a fan of can you meet before it's kind of normal? Like it's just not as special as the first celebrity you met, the first time you won, when all odds were against you. Like, and it's not to say it means nothing to me these days. It's just we've grown accustomed to being very fortunate here at Puffco. So I have to go pretty far back. I have to go to 2015. In 2015, we had just released in 2014, October 10th, I think. I forget the exact date now. The Puffco Pro. It's our first publicly available. We did one vape before this, but it was a got one order, sold it to one distributor, never did it again. This is our first one that we were like, this is the company product. Puffco Pro vape pen. And at the time, it's me and Chelsea. That's it. I am the one speaking to China. I am the one. Chelsea was managing the Instagram before release, but after release, I took it over. I'm doing the customer service. I'm doing the social media. She's doing the sales. She's helping me with shipping. Like, she's completing the parts that I just cannot do, don't have time for, and aren't good at. And that's the company. That's the company that made this. And by the time April of I'm sorry, I'm reliving it in my mind now. It's like a very special moment. April of 2015 comes, and again, we're a New York company. We're in Bushwick, Brooklyn. Today, New York doesn't have a lot of respect in the weed game. It's the home of the spray pack. It is the home of Sour Diesel, and it is the home of Piff. And those are our crown jewels that we have in New York City. Those strains aren't really around anymore like they once were. And New York City has always been, as far as it relates to cannabis, a convenience city. Delivery people coming to your house. When you go to the West Coast, people see you as a custy if you're coming from New York. You are where the mids go. You're not even where the good shit goes. And so there wasn't a lot of respect to be had for us, for where we were coming from, for what we were trying to do. We're in a novice market, appealing to people that know cannabis very well. And so I got a call on a day where me and Chelsea had had enough of each other. I was much harder to work with at the time. She was a little bit harder to work with at the time. I think I've done a lot of growing since then. But we weren't even sure if we wanted to work with each other after that. It was a bad day between us. I think at that time we already had Daniel working with us, who's in shipping. He's been with us ever since. He's still here with us today. Um, and Chelsea just like, she's like, I've had enough. I'm done with this shit. She leaves. I am staying in the office. I'm fuming. And I get a call. I get a call from Jen Bernstein. Jen Bernstein works at High Times. And I know that. I know Jen. I've been appealing to her and the other journalists at High Times for a while, trying to have us considered for Vaporizer of the Year. And I'll never forget that call where she said, Roger, I have some news for you. Your life is going to be different from this point forward. Puffco is the winner of the 2015 Vaporizer of the Year. I get emotional thinking about it now, and I haven't really gotten emotional about this. I haven't thought about that in a very long time. And I was like, oh my God, are you serious? You know, it came out, and I remember I got off the phone, and we called our offices the Kennels. It was 100 square foot office, maybe double the size of the stream room that is very small right now. And it's just 100 square foot after 100 square foot, tiny little offices. And I just opened up the door, ran into the hallway, and ran up and down screaming, oh my fucking God, oh my fucking God. And I call Chelsea, and as soon as she picks up, she's like, you know, I'm just so sick of it. I'm like, shut up, shut up. We won. We won High Times Vaporizer of the Year. And that was the moment. This all exists because this little company from Brooklyn got visibility in the entirety of the space. Now, today, High Times is closing. We're here short of 10 years later. And High Times as a business is done. And that award, Vaporizer of the Year, it hasn't meant anything in years. We won that award so many times that they started saying we don't do Vaporizer of the Year anymore. We do categories of vaporizers. And then we would win in most categories. It just became something that maybe we were a part of it not being as meaningful anymore, just because we would win so much. But that was the day. Like, none of this happens. If we didn't win that, we would have just been another company. And the hardest part of the journey came right after. We started being copied. We lost our supply chain. Everything went crazy after that. Like, I would even say that that's when the hard times came in. That's when we had to earn being here. But before that moment, I still think we could have made it. We could have been here, but I can't be certain. I cannot be certain that if Jen Bernstein hadn't made that call and we hadn't won, that this would all be here as it is today. So if there's one moment, one shining moment, through all the celebrities I met, man, I went and did, and if you haven't seen it, you should go and check it out. In 2018, Most Expensivest with 2 Chainz. That was a manifested dream. Like, I used to make jokes with the homies of like, I'm gonna pull up on 2 Chainz one day. Not even thinking of the show. They're meeting Redman, one of my favorite rappers from childhood. My mom seeing my name come up in Forbes. All of that meant the world to me. All of those were really deep, meaningful moments. But I'll never forget. You're rarely told your life will never be the same again by somebody. And they're right. Like, you're rarely told that. So that's the moment for me. Big shout out to Chelsea, my fucking #1 stunner. A1 since day one. Big shout out to Jen Bernstein. Big shout out to High Times, man. Like that. That was it. That was it. All right, let me take another dab. Reset. I got a little emotional. I want to change the pace there. I'm gonna go back to this rainbow taffy, as Trikey is calling it. Super good. I wish I had more of that frosty Skittles to go back to. That shit was mind blowing, man. Hey, Jimmy, just got hit for your history video. I don't know what that means, Stone, but you can tell me in Discord. Oh man. Hilarious. Cool dabbing, Gavin. Don't put too much work into it, bro. You're such a dope fan right now. I would hate it if you would put a bunch of work into something and we would see it, and even if we like it, you wouldn't get the reaction that you wanted and hate us. And some people that put in big efforts to like show us something they love, I just throw it out there, brother. Don't take it too serious, please. I also could have never dreamed of shit like this, man. When I go back to that day, this wasn't even a dream. Like, this wasn't even a dream. I wanted Puffco to be big. I wanted to have a sense of accomplishment, maybe, or feel like I was doing something that matters. And at the time, I contextualized that as I want to have the biggest company in the space. Or I want to like just be big, right? Like you related it to maybe something different than now. Now I really value like our community. I don't even care how big we are. It doesn't matter. I care who we're entering this reality with. I love that so much, but it is crazy to think all the things this company has done. Yeah, wow, weird. I honestly didn't expect to have like a moment of like reflection, like deep feeling on here, but it's cool to see. Anyways, quick commercial break. I'll be right back.
Yo, man, you want a dab? I got some new flavors.
Yeah, but let me grab the rig. I want to take a real dab. Wait, what is that?
It's the new 3D XL. I mean, try it.
Holy shit.
Big things have small beginnings. It started with a love for hash and a dream to see others fall in love like we did, to turn intense analog complexity into approachable digital simplicity, to give artists and creators a bigger platform and watch them create magic, to bring a new style to cannabis technology, to find inspiration from the past and create an entirely new feeling, to the little things that make big differences, and anticipating needs before they're spoken, to chase replicating a rig experience and deliver. While we'll never stop innovating into the future, perhaps you have to look back to move everything forward.
Oh shit, we're back. Okay, sorry. I didn't realize it ended. I was just checking out my hash. I'm gonna give some to the homies. All right. I'll let Jerry and Stone pick between those two. All right, y'all. Damn. Oh shit, it's 6. I'm always. I think I owe you guys an hour of stream every fucking time. So I'm like, oh god, it's gonna be great questions to the dude who asked. He's in here too. What was his name? His name was no, Moreau Dantes. Great questions, dude. You asked a fucking million of them, but they were good. Parker O'Hara asked, what's my daily drive right now? Am I seshing the hash every day or switching it up? So my daily driver, honestly, right now, we're in such a crazy product release season. I don't really have one. I'm like just switching between shit all day and trying some new things at home that I can't talk about yet. But I don't really have one right now. We're in such a heavy release schedule, and I'm getting so many things to come home and try before the new Peak Pro comes out. I'm getting that before, like this one right here, the one with the 3D XL. Don't get excited. And then that was called, I don't want to reveal the product name because people just keep repeating it, the project name. But when the new Peak came out, I was using this a bunch in the background. And so I'm in a weird place right now, right? I don't really have a daily driver. Whereas before the season, I was really just using my JD All Red wooden proxy pipe every single day. But right now, like, we've released a bunch of shit. I don't have one. Short answer, I don't have one. New admin is asking, what's my favorite hash of the week? My favorite hash of the week. I mean, I tried some really good shit. I tried the Skittles. It's the two. I'm gonna give three. I can't give two. Favorite hash of this week is this Skittles by Feeling Frosty hash. Fucking amazing. The portal provisions that I posted on my story yesterday. I'll try to post another one. It was such a beautiful shot, dude. It got so many replies. People were tripping. He has a lot of fans, so I was getting people message me from like Texas, from San Diego, saying they love his work. Homie's based out of Colorado, so I guess people really love his shit. That was amazing. And then the Heritage Hash Co. Sour Diesel Melt. I can't believe I didn't load myself another jar and come on here with it. I'll try to do it for next week. Those are my favorite three of this week. Yeah. When will Ryan Fit do Puffco attachments again? Fredo who asked that. When will Ryan Fit do Puffco attachments again? He's doing it, man. We already have, like, we're still selling all of his work, the Proxy Recycler. I'm sure we're selling a Peak Recycler on our site for Ryan's work, but also Ryan does customs. Now, Ryan's time is really expensive, right? Which is, I mean, even the Ryan Fit recyclers are priced fairly. It's what we could do it at. They're very complicated pieces to make. When you're going to him to do it with his own two hands and his own time, it can come in at a higher price. That being said, he's taking commissions all day, bro. All fucking day. So Ryan is always doing Puffco attachments. They're first sale on the website now. And he can make a custom for you. Like, don't forget that. Ryan is a stand-up dude too, man. He's a really stand-up dude. I love him a lot. I feel like I've tried Mountain Man melts and I feel like it was good and I just can't remember. Picture perfect, unfortunately. There's another company I get it confused with and they're also good. It's another mountain thing, but I can't remember right now. When are you going to hit the Quave dick top on stream? Bro, I would, bro. Like, yesterday is so weird. Motherfuckers just come in there and be like, bro, what's up with this gay shit? Dog, you saw a bong with a glass penis on top and your first thoughts were gay? That's you. That's you. And that's the reason, like, Jerry, there's in my office, in the back right corner, there is a tan pelican. Okay? There's a tan pelican and it's got a dick on it. I'm gonna show you guys what Ryan Fit did. We can't even clip it out. The fragility of masculinity online in 2024 shocks me. It just shocks me. You've never even seen this. This is one of the craziest things ever. And yo, mind you, we made this shit as a joke. Again, not that I'm afraid to hold it. Back in the day, we were grabbing this fucking thing and smoking it and all getting a good laugh. And in 2024, bro, men are so fragile that if they see anything like this, they're like, you're trying to make me gay. Player, I have news for you. Those thoughts you're having are you. But it's like, it's been frustrating in that, like, I have so many gay people in my life that I love, of all varieties, all LGBTQ, all of it. But like, when I post anything like this, bro, we hit the Drizzler. We hit the fucking Drizzler. And we called it the Drizzler at a time where people were making jokes about Drake's penis size. And people lost it of like, you're trying to make me gay. If they can't stand the Drizzler, what the fuck do you think they're gonna do with this thing, man? What the fuck, bro? Bro, hold on. This thing, it's veiny, bro. That's a peak top. It says Puffco on the balls, bro. That's what Ryan made as a joke. Y'all couldn't handle it. Now, I personally don't mind. That same year for my birthday, we took that shit out for my birthday. We were all fucking having fun. It was hilarious. But the internet cannot handle it, yo. Y'all become so fucking sensitive. Especially the men. You got one of these, bro. You have one. You fucking have one. What's wrong with you? But yeah, I can't fucking talk about this shit because y'all are just too sensitive. And I feel bad for the homies in my life. I'm embarrassed by the community when y'all make homophobic jokes. Like, to me, it's okay to even say pause on some, like, that's what she said shit. But some of y'all are so triggered that I just get embarrassed and I'm like, I'm just gonna wait until y'all calm the fuck down. That is one of the craziest pieces ever made. I don't even know if it would fit on a Peak Pro. I don't know if I tried on a Peak Pro, but it hangs over the back. Everyone's dying here, bro. Yo, I wish I could put a camera on Wody. They are losing it.
That was my first time seeing it.
That was, I think, all of Stream Team's first time seeing it. Y'all are way too fucking sensitive. I'm not gonna hit it. I will hit it eventually. I've hit it before on camera, bro. The videos are out there. I don't mind hitting it. I have no issue with it at all. I have zero embarrassment, bro. I know who I am. I know what I like. And when I'm getting high and hitting a bong, I'm not thinking of fucking sex acts in my mouth. It's not how my brain works. But like, I don't want to fucking put shit out there that is going to create negativity that could affect people in my life that I love. Now, that being said, one day eventually, I look forward to a time in this country and its culture where it's safe enough that you can see a grown man such as myself hit a thing like that and just laugh because it's fucking silly. It's a silly ass thing. But that day is not today. Our country has fallen far from grace. We used to be able to have a good laugh and enjoy ourselves. And now everything is trying to fucking groom you. Idiots. Anyways, I'll take it down. It is hilarious, yo. Like, it is... That thing is comical. It's a good... As soon as you pull it out, it's all laughs. It's all laughs, man. Trust me. And I don't care how tough of a dude you are. I mean, listen, there's a lot of dudes out there that would lose their mind or try to fight somebody. Oh, some weird shit these days. Not you guys in chat, but people are. But when we pull it out, or we did back in the day, it would just be the biggest laugh at the fucking party, man. Anyways. I'm bummed admin is gonna be like, you did the dick top reveal while I was gone? Are you fucking serious? I don't even know if admin has seen that before. He must have. He must have. Bro, that thing rips. The water goes into the balls. It's one of the craziest pieces Ryan has ever made. It's just, again, bro, you have to have some confidence about yourself and be comfortable with yourself to fucking do that shit. But I am. I feel like most of y'all are not. Stone, I want to. Believe me, I want to. I like... Not that I want to make people uncomfortable, like, if they would be uncomfortable by that for reasonable reasons of like, hey, Roger, I didn't come here to see what looks like a penis. It's just you homophobes that really fucking trip me out. People have done a ton of titties. There's been titty rigs out there for a very long time. Many artists have made... Sibel has made it. Blitzkrieg has made it. Their own variations of hitting things through nips. It's this thing that's done. You don't see that. You don't see very often. Corniest thing ever, bro. New York, LA people. There are people in fucking LA that would do that too. To me, that I don't know, man. It's very, it's very corny to me how close-minded some people are. And it always speaks to me though when somebody's like, oh, I can't see that. It's going to make me feel... Bro, you got inner demons, doggy. I don't know about the glass open. I got to double check. I thought we did something this year, but maybe we didn't. If I ever do use it on stream, I'll give you all a trigger warning. Anyways, we went there. Goddamn, it was a good stream. It was a good stream today, guys. We're sure Wody was dying. Your laughter, you're just
great. I was not expecting.
It's so realistic.
Yeah, well, from seeing the other one, the equivalent to that is like, whoa.
The Quave one is like, you know, he probably made that shit in like an hour and a half, you know, like he was just fucking around. It took him no time. Ryan put in detailed work on this one. And then the joke Ryan made was, the joke we all made is like, yo, Ryan, is that like a recreation of your shit? Are we all passing around your shit right now? 'Cause that'd be a little bit weird. Anyways, I'm gonna get no reel from this for sure. I just can't stand it with the homophobes, man. They bum me out. They bum me out for my friends. Of like, damn, bro, motherfuckers out there still talking crazy like this. Dirk Bart Scherer asked, why no Puffco store in Berlin? There's no Puffco store in the U.S. That's why. We're sold pretty well in Berlin, though. Sorry, I probably should not pass that one along. It seems like more of a business inquiry. What else you got for me, Stone? I'm gonna see if I can make another 15. Yo, there's a video out there. Yo, I mean, we're on the subject. If there's ever gonna be a time for me to say it, there's a video out there. It's somebody in Puffco, and they have a friend, and their friend sent them a video. This person at Puffco, their friend network. This one that the video came from. Not that they're meme focused, but they're like, you know, friends connected through like just sharing memes. That's the friend network this came from. The video is a guy who is inhaling a peak very hard, but it looks like the glass only goes up to here. And you're like, damn, bro, did he break it? And he's just hitting it. And then he pulls his head off of it. And I kid you not, I was like, how did that fit inside his mouth? Listen, man, I see the craziest shit from the Puffco world. That is a video I wanted to repost because of again, it's not necessarily sexual. It's shocking. It is shocking. And it is a very big bearded dude doing it. Anyways, yo, I don't know if you've seen it. Matt, everyone probably knows who I'm already referencing with it, but you can ask me offline. I'll tell you which friend. I just don't want to out them. But the video is the craziest thing I've ever seen. That one, I feel like if some people saw that, they'd be like, Roger, I did not expect to see that from your page. Please don't do that again. And I'd say fair. Granted, I found it like hilarious. It's you're just like, how? It's like a magic trick, but it ain't no magic. Anyways, this dude was inhaling. I mean, shit was like in his lungs. Anyways, I'm way too high, man. I feel like I'm steering here and I don't have admin to reel me in. So maybe I'll just take one more dab and call it. Yeah. Stone, if you got another one for me, I'll take it. I'll finish things off with this in-house melts. I'll answer this, but you could run another one. If there's like another deeper cut, Stone, I'll take that one. Somebody asked, do I think Piatella can come to the rec market? It has. It has come to the rec market through Kalia. They already had a drop. I got not a bunch, but I got a good amount of it. It was fucking amazing. Some of the best Piatella I have tried. I mean, like, it was really, really up there. And I heard from Don Piatella that he will be returning to the US and will be working on more recreational drops. So yes, it has already happened, and yes, it will happen again in the future. You might have had something marketed as Piatella. In my mind, Piatella is a product a person made, right? Like, it is not... What you bought was cold cure water hash. You bought somebody that took water hash, they cured it, they sold it to you as a cure. Piatella is a product this person made with their own specific methods of how they do things. And so Piatella to me comes from him. I'm trying to think of like, I don't know, it's almost like champagne or something. Like there's certain things that only exist within a person. It's like, this is a Puffco peak. Somebody else calling their shit a peak, like, no, that's an E-rig, doggy. That's not another peak. You can't call it that. That's what Piatella is. So the dude who popularized it, because he didn't invent cold cure water hash, he invented his Piatella process. Others are just cold curing it. So you might have gotten it. Actually, you might have gotten it in New York if you got it from Master Club. Sorry. My bad. I forgot. The homie's been doing work. My bad. You are right. There was an official New York drop of Piatella. I forget about that. Totally forget about it. Sunburn does not have official Piatella. They are using the name without permission. I don't even know if it's good. But they are definitely, that is definitely not official Piatella. That is cured water hash. That's what they're doing. And they're using somebody else's brand name for it. It's branding. It's branding more than tech, because the tech is kind of out there. God, I should have eaten a little more today. Oof. Ugh, I can't. I'm like, you ever like smoke too much and not eat enough and you get a little nauseous? Ugh. It's not like the nausea from the weed, it's the nausea from an empty stomach. I just got hit hard with it. Ew. It's past now, but it did not make me want to add anything into my body. Ugh. All right, this will be the last one. I have the first Peak Pro. Should I get the new one? Even though I'm gonna be down another 420. Bro, there has never been a better fucking time to get a Peak Pro. I think one of the best cases for a user, if you bought the OG Peak Pro, I think it came out for $400 before it had a 3D chamber in there. If you bought the OG Peak Pro, first one, 2020 is when it came out, end of 2020. We're here almost 4 fucking years later. It's been through the 3D chamber, it's been through the new Peak Pro, and now it has the 3D XL in there. It's the best time to get one. The product has grown so much since you last got it, and it was just updated, which means you're not going to see another update for potentially years. Couldn't be a better time. I'd say the only other person who is worth getting is if you bought the OG Peaks, were $380 when they first came out for the first couple to few years. If you bought one of those for an extra $40 5 years later, crazy upgrade, crazy. You're not even gonna believe the experience could be that good. And that is very true from OG Peak Pro to the newest with 3D XL, and it's a bit more, if not way more true, going to the OG Peak to the Peak Pro with 3D XL now. So couldn't recommend it more. That's about it, y'all. That was super fun. I'll be back next Tuesday. Today was unexpected, man. We had an emotional storytelling. We pulled some things out. People are gonna be uncomfortable. Might have lost the fan. I'm sorry, bro. I'm doing my best out here. Trust me, it ain't no big deal, bro. It's just a dick, bro. We've all seen him. Most of us, everybody here is an adult. So yeah, W chat, W stream. Thank you all. I will see you guys next week. Peace.
What is your definition of happiness?
A clear horizon. Nothing to worry about. Only things that are creative.